Take your arms up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands. Just the large intestine finger you leave out, the pointer finger. And start to bring your arms a little bit over your head. And sense if your pelvis then goes to 6 or does nothing or goes to 12, how you're doing it. And then you bring your arms back and then you bring your arms towards your knees on the midline and sense what your pelvis is doing in order to help your arms to lower towards the knees on the midline. Sense if you're moving evenly on your shoulder blades. And I assume, that you're doing 6 o'clock when the arms go over the head. Sense what your head is doing then, and that you're doing 12 o'clock when your arms are going down. Now, bring your hands down for a moment, leave your feet standing and rest. Here, sense your breath again. And then take your arms up again and interlace your hands. Again, the maybe the unusual way, and still that's maybe a little bit harder to bring the pointer fingers out and put them together with the large intestine fingers. And now bringing your arms over your head a little bit. And now looking up with your head and sense how that changes, and then you come back, how that changes your pelvis when you're actually looking with the fingers up. Maybe your pelvis then goes a little bit more onto 12 o'clock. Maybe it presses a little bit more the lower back into the floor, so your head can easily go backwards. Maybe. And then take your hands down. And just a few times, lift up your heels and put them back. And when you lift your heels, you press probably a little bit from the ball of the feet and toes, and sense when you push, how are you pushing? Maybe you can push so your whole lower back is spreading on the floor and you feel it going towards the top of the head, that push. Are you pushing from both feet evenly? Is one foot pushing more than the other? Now, when bring your feet back and bring the arms pretty close to the torso, so the hands are close to your pelvis. Now, when you lift the heels and you're pushing towards the head, have the hands turn with the palms up and reaching down towards the heels. So the shoulders move away a little bit from the ears. So your neck gets really long. Now, leave the feet standing, but rest for a moment. Now do this again, and you're with your finger tips of the large intestine finger, the pointer finger, So you're turning your hand again, but this time it's not all the fingers reaching. It's just the pointer finger reaching when you push. Pointer finger reaching when you lift the heels and you push towards the heels. Oops. And then lengthen your legs out and sense how are you lying now on the back. Now put your feet standing. Bring your arms up to the ceiling again. Cross your right arm over the left and the palms looking towards each other. You clasp your hands. We did that in sitting earlier. And now roll your wrists inward, your elbows go out, and you put your hands on your heart. And then roll out again and sense what your shoulder blades need to do in order to do that. Wrists and elbows and shoulder blades. Do that a few times. Now there are little changes in your back when you roll in to when you bring your hands on your heart and the elbows relax on your torso. You might feel a little shift because the shoulder blades have to shift. Okay, let that go. Bring your arms down. Bring your arms up again. You cross the left over the right. You turn the hands towards each other and you start to roll your elbows. The elbows go out, the wrists go in, and you put down. Now, next time you roll up, go on to 12 o'clock. And then when you come in, you just release that again. So you roll inward and you push the pelvis onto 12 o'clock. That makes your shoulders maybe lift more. And then we're coming back. And putting the hands onto the chest, and then again you roll them out. You do 12 o'clock. Okay, rest, undo the hands, lengthen your legs down. That's how you're lying now. Put your feet standing, bring your arms up to the ceiling, bring your other arm over. I believe it's the left arm. Cross your hands. Roll your hands in towards the heart, put them down, put the elbows down, and then when you unroll them, do 12 o'clock again. Sense how this configuration goes. Now, next one, you go on to 6 o'clock when you bring the arms out, and you go on to 12 o'clock when you bring the arms in towards the torso. So you do 6 o'clock when you bring the arms out, and you go in with 12 o'clock. Try that. So when you go out, you go 6, and when you roll in, oh, yeah, good. Okay, let that go and rest. Lengthen your legs out and sense how are you resting now. How are you breathing? How is your, how your ribs open, your chest open? Now, last time, bring your feet standing, bring them, your arms close to your torso, to your pelvis. Turn your hands so your can slide your hands, especially your pointer fingers. If you're pointing with your pointer finger towards the heels down while you're pushing up from the ball of the feet towards the top of the head, and sense how that is going now. Good. Once with the left foot, once with the right foot. Do it with both again. Good. And then slowly roll to your side and come sitting. And then slowly come standing and sense how you're standing. Sense how your hands, arms are hanging and how well you're now placed over your legs. So you can rest on your bones. If you feel grounded and yet elongated towards the heavens. And then just, move an arm. Maybe it's a little bit easier to lift an arm without getting all bent out of shape. So it's like maybe a little bit easier to move. Yeah. And, even doing things like that. Yeah, maybe it flows easier to the wrist. Yeah. And then walk a little bit. So your left leg goes forward, your right hand does this little arc thing. Your right foot goes forward, your left hand does a little bit of the arc thing. So, yeah. Okay, there we are. A little bit of a brain gym at the end with the hands, yes. Okay.